All right, guys. Jeff here. I'm a little later than I normally am at the 7:30. It's been a long day. Actually, it's been a long couple days. The show. I run. Having run like the 20 shows, 20 shows a year. You would think every show. Um, you would think every show is. You would think every show is easy at this point, right? But let me tell you, it's not. And especially when we have a full July. It's not just this show, but it's the next 2 weeks after it are already sold out, and they're also it's going to be bam bam right the next 2 weeks because we had a slow June, and then we had a slow May because of the holidays. Just in case you guys didn't know, reason why we only do one show in May, because the first weekend is Comic Con, free comic book. Sorry, Comic Con, free comic book, free comic book day, and then that's the first Saturday, and then I consider that a holiday. And then the second weekend is, I think, the Mother's Day. Either that or, it might be the weekend of the show that we can do. Then we can, then you have, yeah, so you have Mother's Day, and then you have a weekend in there that we can do a show. And then after that, it's Memorial Day weekend. So pretty much it's a holiday month. I mean, it's worse than December is holiday wise. All right. Hello. How is everybody? And I'm going to go over some stuff here that you're only going to see here because I'm probably going to I'll probably leave this video up maybe till tomorrow or something. But I'm not going to leave it up. It's not a monetization thing anyway. I don't think maybe I'll leave it up. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to just talk a little bit about the schedule, and then we're going to go right into it to talking about the show this weekend. And then I have some samples to show you that I haven't posted. I'm going to talk about parking, the entrance. I'm going to share Damien's video. He just sent me on his video games and stuff. And you're going to be fully informed about the show and all that. So, okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and go with the schedule. Again, this hasn't changed in the last couple of weeks. It won't change until I start adding next year's stuff. I don't think. I mean, I am going to try to look into a gift show in December. But other than that, I'm going to just stick with this schedule. I am going to try to close out the Daytona show next week. And I also noticed a couple of these shows that I've added, like the Jacksonville and the Port St. Lucie, aren't on my website. So I'll get those up on there. Okay, so basically Coral Springs, everything in July, and I think even Star Wars is sold out. Okay, so if you want a table at those shows, you'd be on the waiting list. There are a few people that maybe haven't, regulars that haven't paid. So I need to sometimes when you do a bunch of shows with me, I'm going to save a table for you, for a minute while I am figuring out, because I have regulars now. I have people, we have people that only vend with us. And I'm not going to call them out or anything, but I'm told that they only vend with us. And then also they're counting on me holding tables for them. So we do have some regulars that travel around with us. One of them, I can't say they're exclusive because they do sell at some other shows, but Mike Customs and Margaret, I appreciate them being back with us. And anyway, so Coral Springs, Ocala, and Star Wars are all sold out. I have to check Star Wars, but based on the requests I have, and I know what I have left, that's going to be sold out. I'll reiterate that, or online. So I do have the next space for vendors I have is going to be our Lakeland show. And just for you guys that don't know, That is our anniversary show. It is in my hometown. From a vendor perspective, um, from a vendor perspective, we always have a party here at my house, of which you're seeing kind of the same background. Maybe I'll change it up here soon, but we have a vendor party here at the house, for vendors and guests that come, and because it's down the street from RP Funding, we've been having it at RP Funding for the last 4 years, 5 years, but this will be our 6th anniversary, since we started the shows in August of 2019 was our first event, so I live here in Lakeland, and I'm going to try to bring some maybe. We always do some giveaways, so we're gonna have some new bags that we're gonna debut there. We're gonna have some new merch that we're probably gonna debut there. I did order some new stuff. I'm not gonna be able to show it here because I hoped to show it here, but I might be able to show something. Let's see. But anyway, we're gonna have we're gonna have a bunch of merch there. We're gonna have our giveaways. I don't know the guests yet that we're gonna have. I usually have 1 or 2 guests. It's kind of our hometown show that I like to. It's an anniversary stuff, and so we'll have some things. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the show this weekend. If you guys let's see. Let's go through. Thanks there. Damien, we'll see you at the show. Damien's going to be bringing out a full setup of Castle Grayskull Motu figures. If you want to comment on that there, Damien, let everybody know what you're bringing. He's going to have the Eternia setup. I may be bringing out, if there's anyone that's interested in an Eternia set, I have one sealed in the box that I got from Brett, I think at a G.I. Joe show. He had a table and he had that on his chair. So if you're interested in a sealed Eternia set, sometimes I buy this stuff with the idea that I'm going to display it, and then I realize, Jeff, what are you doing? You don't have room. You don't, it's the idea is to display it at the show. So, and I end up, anyway, so I'm going to bring it. If someone buys it, great. If not, that's okay too. Okay. Thanks, Miss Moreno and John Alvarez. All right. And, had that toy. He is a new vendor that came from Boston. Should have just had him on as a guest, but I'm going to show off some of his stuff. Cause he's one of the vendors that's going to have really cool vintage stuff. He's new around here, hasn't vended at our show. And then, we're also going to have, some people from out of state, Alabama, that are becoming. And then we got our friend Jerry Brand, who always brings a lot of vintage stuff. So if you guys are looking for that. And then, like I said, Damien here will have a full Motu setup. All right. I'm going to play your, oh, that's not Motu. Sorry. I'm going to play his video games. He's bringing some video games, which I'm going to show. Actually, I'm going to show right now. Hopefully he's okay with me doing that.
I'll fix my stuff. No problem.
Okay. So let me just real quick. So Damien, I asked him the last 2 years to come out and bring his Motu stuff. Now, the other day he said, hey, I have some video games, some sealed 2600 games, never opened. This is like a case of them or whatever. And so he sent me this video this afternoon of some of the stuff that he had. So, hold on. You don't have room. You can store things at my house like that T800. I may do that because this thing takes up some room. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to show his video here. He's going to be bringing this stuff for sale, guys. All right.
I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm planning to carry with me. You let me know if this is the level of the show.
This is all vintage stuff. It's not a lot of sealed.
This
remake,
is all
modern.
2600.
This is
very special and unique because this is the last wave of the game. Very last game wave done.
What he's saying there, I think, is it's the last game that they produced before they buried all that stuff. Okay, so he's got some other stuff here,
all sealed. Dungeons and Dragons sealed as well. I have like 5 of each. These PS1 video games sealed as well. Ice hockey sealed. I have I don't know, like 6 of these ones. River Raid sealed. 5, 6 items of each one of the ones you see here. Space Invaders sealed. Skying, skateboarding. All of this is sealed. Oh, more of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Skying. All of these is sealed. And I have more video games. A few, I think, Atari 2600. Not here. Sorry about that. But this is, yeah. You
okay?
Kinda.
All right. I think you guys get the idea that he has these sealed 2600 games. He's going to bring some other 2600 stuff. So if you're interested in those, you don't really see those in that quality that much. And thanks. Hey, Mark Draven is on here. We don't see him very often. Mark will be bringing something from his museum of stuff to get rid of, stuff that he doesn't have room for, I assume. He's gonna take a truck into his garage and fill up his truck, and then hopefully he'll share some of that with us. And of course you're on vacation. No, you got a video to do at 9. But thanks for coming out, and thanks for sharing. Shellhead Toys and J5, man, they're killing it with the sharing the show. So I really appreciate that. Pleasant will be out there. If you guys seen my Chuck E. Cheese sign and my Malibu sign and my Showbiz sign there, let me go ahead and behind there. That was like his first prototype sign up there. He made that, so he'll be at the show. I think he'll be at the front with me. I'm going to be at the front of the show. I'm going to show the map here in a second. It's kind of faded out a little bit. Okay. All right, let's talk a little bit about you getting in there. Okay, so I want to make sure that you guys understand that we are not, you'll see it there, it says not show building. We are not in our normal building. The normal building that we use, we're not in that building. We are in the building next door, which is double the size. Okay, it's double the size. The air conditioning should be great. Let me see if I have pictures that I can share. Maybe I can do that. 1 second. Let me try to. So I'll share that in a second. Okay, so you're gonna enter in through, and I'm gonna post this online tomorrow, and I'll try to share it a couple times. You'll see this image. Okay, so this is the road down here. It says MLK entrance. That's the Martin Luther King Junior road entrance. Okay, in Tampa. Up here on the left, you would have Hard Rock. Okay, it's not showing it here on the map, but that's Hard Rock. Over to the left would be Orient Road. Okay, so you're going to come in though off of MLK, and then this over here is 301 to the right. So you're going to enter in MLK where it says show parking. That's the show parking. I'm going to have signs out in that area. And then I'll have on the fence, I'll have my banner up with the toy show logo. And all the way in, I should have some signage pointing everybody to where, you're going to come in. But we're not going to be in the normal building. We're going to be in the building to the left. All right. We used that in April 21. We also used that for our Super RetroCon show. It is double the size. It's about 43,000 square feet. Okay, it is double the size. So everybody is going to have plenty of room and all that. Let me go ahead and I'll show you again. Let me see if I can share that. Let's see. I'm going to just try to share the Photos app. Okay, so you'll note these are old photos that I had. Okay, we're gonna There's an air wall to the right. Okay, this is what the lights have turned off. You'll notice up here, there's the lights aren't all on. And this is not our setup, guys. This is a setup that we had, 4 years ago. So this air wall, part of it is going to be up to create some wall spaces. And I'll show you the map here in a second. But basically, this right here, I think this is a little bit bigger than the space by itself that we normally use. Okay, so there's the gate and the parking lot. Gate 3 is where you're going to come in as a customer. And then the parking is out there. This is April. Okay, let me just kind of got some pictures here. I don't know what random order. This is the entrance, the bathrooms. And I think I'm showing the corner here for somebody. This shows the concession stand. And this is the back entrance. Just kind of, this is see where the air wall is open. Okay. But this is the building. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and let me go back to, and I'll remove that. Okay. But that's the building. Now let me show you the map. I got this faded out, because the names on here don't necessarily mean anything right yet, because I can move people around, but basically this is the layout. Just giving you guys an idea of how big this is and how many vendors we're going to have. I mean, it's not super tight, but it's got plenty. Yes, the AC is going to work this time because we're in a different building, dude. Different building. Yeah, I appreciate your comment, but yeah, the AC is a major problem for me. I went and did and Mark Draven's probably laughing his butt off this time. But basically, in that other building, I bought a fan. I've got extra coolers. I'm like, can't you guys bring some fans? Can't you guys do this? And they go, well, every time we buy this stuff, people come in and ruin it. They don't take care of it. They just trash our stuff. This is the fairgrounds. And I'm like, man, really? This is horrible. So they may be tearing down that building is what they're telling me. So anyway, so I decided, hey man, I am moving to this other building. So this should be good. This hasn't failed me in the past. So I moved to the bigger building, which was literally, it's literally double the size, and it's like not double the price, but it's a lot more money, okay, on my side. And so it's a lot, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to fill, guys. So just to give you an idea, we're going to have a little seating area in the concession area here. We're going to have we're going to have some quads up front. So a lot of these people will have corners, and then we'll have some 10x10s here. All of this stuff is all toys, all, great stuff. We're in the back here. I'm going to have a Lego area, the Lego, which I got to send them the setup info, but we're going to have a Lego kind of play and display area. Of course, our Hot Wheels track and our slot car stuff, and then some more tables here. And yeah, there's going to be we're taking up basically the full space over here. I think we're going to have an Ecto 1 car, and then I know a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car, and then there's going to be I do have some Star Wars cosplay guys coming to this show. And all right, let me go ahead and okay, let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Video. Yeah, okay. All right, let me go ahead and show a few items. Okay. First item is these are items I'm gonna share tomorrow, but I haven't, or in the next day or so, but I haven't shared it yet. So this is a Blue Thunder. If you guys aren't familiar with the early 80s movie, it's pre-Airwolf. Okay, it's the same concept as a little bit of Airwolf in a way, but anyway, this is Blue Thunder. This one, the one I bought recently from a vendor in Sarasota who has a store down there. It didn't include the pilot, so this one includes the pilot, so that will be at the show. All right. And then I don't know. This is our new vendor. He shared this with me, and hopefully he's okay with me sharing this stuff. Had that toy. He might be bringing some Shogun stuff, so maybe we'll see that. We got some Dukes of Hazzard stuff that you don't see. This is unpunched. This General Lee Stunt Buster here, unpunched. I don't think I've ever seen this, so I don't even know what this is. But that doesn't mean anything. The licensing for Dukes was major, so that's another item. Okay, let me go and see. Got some more comments here. Okay, if you want to know, okay, I'm gonna say. I can't say how much it is, but I can tell you that the last time I checked, okay, if he wants to comment, he can do that. But when we've had the Shogun Godzillas, which we don't get that often, typically what is broken on those is the lever on the back of his head to make the tongue come out. That's a lot of times broken. The other thing too is like his tail is missing or something like that. I've seen them on the cheap, I want to say on the cheap side of. I haven't looked in a while, guys, so don't quote me on this. But I think on the cheap side, I've seen them for 300 to 600, depending on it, and it could be more. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what I've seen. That doesn't mean that that's what because I haven't bought one. I think I bought one for my friend back in 2021, and I haven't really bought one. I mean, I like Godzilla and everything, but obviously I've had other priorities, as you can see. Okay, and then some other stuff that he's bringing is let's see. I showed you that video. I think that he sent me this picture here. If you guys know anything about stretch stuff, this is pretty cool. So he says that he's going to bring this. Hopefully you'll see it. It might get snatched up quickly or not. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Stretch X-ray monster. So it looks pretty clear to me. This is from the 70s, guys. We don't see this stuff at all at our show. And then of course you're gonna have some sealed WWF stuff, Undertaker. These are just pictures that shared. Hopefully that still has some of this stuff. And then Transformers. We're gonna have Transformers there, and then some Motu stuff. I don't know. Damien might want this. This is an original Manny Faces. Even though it says new, it's not new retro. This is new old Manny Faces. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let me see if I shared everything here that I think I must have deleted something. All right. So that's my main thing was to show you guys where where to come in. And then what I'll do is let me try to show you guys one other thing here, or just the flyer. Make sure you guys understand where the guests and all that's coming. We're gonna have that's not on the flyer. We're gonna have I'm trying to remember his name. He wrote the Thundercats book. Let me see. Sorry, let me look him up here. Okay. Buddha McKeown. He's going to be there. And then we'll have John Anderson is also not on the flyer there just because I made it before I confirmed with him. Let me just see. Oh, you know what? I'll show this Daisy Jeep too. This I think is coming. Maybe I can't show it because I have too many pictures. Remove. Stop screen. Sorry, guys. I'm realizing there's a limit to what I can show at one time. So let me get rid of some of this stuff that I've already shown, and then I can add. This is our Daisy Jeep that I think might be coming there, and then let me go ahead and show that. Just a reminder flyer here, guys. And okay, so again, we're gonna have, this is probably the most guests that I've had at any show, period. We're gonna have, in addition to the people you see, again, we're gonna have the Buddha Makion, I think is his name, and he's gonna have the Thundercats book. I think I'm gonna unbox the Cat's Lair at the show. I'm gonna need some help. Andrew's gonna be there. Be sure to share some pics there. I think Andrew said that he was gonna bring another sealed Lego. We are gonna have Kaz at the show, so if you want to submit Kaz at the show, and then we're gonna have some our normal concession food and stuff, but we're also gonna have, I'm gonna share that tomorrow, this moonshine chocolate that we had in August, St. Augustine. That was, it's gonna add, I know it's not toys, but I thought it was cool. It was good stuff, man. It's something else to have during the show. And there's just a lot of stuff. This took a lot of organization, guys. Okay, now besides that, we're gonna have the Disney animator Peter Raimundo there. We've never had him or really anybody similar to that at the show. Tom Cook will be there. Tom hasn't been to our show in at least 3 years. And so I'm happy to have him. I gave him a list of our dates, and he said, "Oh, July." And it's like, man, everybody's picking this show. So, okay. So we're full on this one. So we got Tom Cook, and then we've got David Angelo Roman, Rick and Morty artist. And then we got Carlos, both Daniel and Carlos. I know we've had Daniel Bassina at Super RetroCon before, but we're going to have both him and his brother at the show. He hasn't been to the show, so he's going to be there. And then, of course, you saw that video I posted earlier of Samantha is going to be at the show. She is driving in from a long way away. She's going to have, and the reason why is she wanted to bring all her new stuff, all her new toys and all that. I know that company, I forgot the name of it, that's doing the mask reboot. If somebody wants to call that out, you can do that. But the mask toys, they're also doing new gem toys. They've been licensed. So yeah. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and look at this image that you sent. And oh yeah, let's do it. We're gonna send that out. Let me see if I can share that. Let me just see if I can share that. Yeah. Not now. Oh, geez. What did I open? I don't need that. Sorry, I thought I was opening. Let's see if it went into my library here. I'm going to say no. All right. I'll share that image that he just sent to me. Okay. And so again, Andrew, please share what you got. And it's all good. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. I know this video is a little short. It's like I said, it's been a long week. I'm going to post the image for the map again tomorrow. The other thing, let's see, we're going to have some Tampa Toy Con t-shirts. Let me see if I can share that. It's the logo on a blue shirt. I had planned on having other shirts, but that didn't okay, it's gonna look better than this, guys. I'll share that too. Let me go ahead and remove this, and I'll share that with you too. So I know this isn't a big image here, but basically this is the shirt. We're gonna have those. Our friend Justo, who does some shirts, he's gonna be screen printing these. So these are gonna be really nice. They're not gonna be they're gonna be legit, screen printed and everything. So I ordered some of those. These are very limited. Okay, very limited. I think I only have like 40 that I ordered in various sizes, including small. I did order a couple smalls, so if kids or whatever want one, I will have one. So when they're gone, they're gone. I'm not trying to make. I think they're gonna be like $20. I'm not trying to make money on these. It just it's really just to have some merch. I did order other stuff for the show, but I don't know for sure if it's coming. I've got my super collector shirts coming out. I hoped I had Hap. Of course. And again, Mark, let us know what you're bringing. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, all right, guys. If you're coming to the show, I'm gonna post a thing that says, "Hey, I'm coming," and I'll post that graphic. If you want to share that, that would be awesome. Let's make this a great event. This again is the first time I've had, I think, 6 guests, and so other than Super RetroCon, and it's it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm not complaining. I know it sounds like I am because I love doing this, but the bigger the space, it gets it's just a lot of work. And there's stuff that, like I said, I ordered and it's not going to be here in time. So that's disappointing. I also ordered this, and you guys aren't going to care about that, but I ordered this cool carpet that I'm going to have. I wanted to have carpet in the front. Just to give you guys an idea. So these pink areas, I was going to rent carpet for this. And it was $5,000 to rent carpet for the weekend for this area, for those pink areas that I am highlighting on the screen. Oh, $5,000. I was like, yeah, I'll pass. But I did order some cool carpet, some cool arcade carpet that we'll use in the future to dress things up and stuff like that. So I continuously getting stuff to try to make, we're going to have extra signage this time. And then of course our friend TK will be there helping us. And we're going to have some surprises for people. There's vendors we have that haven't been there. There's a lot of new people. And thanks a lot. Alexandria will be there with some stuff, and anyway, I appreciate everybody being on here, and I appreciate everybody being at the show. And all right, so I'll let you guys have a good evening. I'm gonna play some pinball and enjoy the rest of the evening. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna, now that I think about it, I'm gonna send out. I've got to make a couple more signs for the inside of the show, so I got to get the printing going, and then I'll be done for the day. But last night I had the fairgrounds, I guess, was supposed to be closed until tomorrow, and then the lady's like, "Hey, I need the map," and so I was working till like midnight on the map, which still isn't really 100% because I got to make sure everybody's name is on there. I always seem to, okay, you're bringing a truckload of loose bag figures. Okay, unless I get into the crowd. Okay. All right, cool. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you. I'll see you this weekend. Vendors, I'll see you Friday. I sent all the vendors out the info. If you didn't get it, message me, and we'll handle it there. Have a good night, guys, and maybe I'll be on. I'm going to try to maybe see if I can get a guest to come on. Maybe I'll come on again this week before the show and give you some updates. Have a good evening, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye now.